All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. Just after 3:30, I want to give you an update on Idalia, still a tropical storm, but winds are at 70 miles per hour. Probably going to be a hurricane by the time we get to the 5 o'clock update. You can see it's actually really good convection. It kind of bursted this afternoon. We've got a second burst ongoing right now, and you're starting to see some storms fill in out ahead of it. That's an indication of some moisture that it should move into. Big news today is that our hurricane watches went to warnings for Manatee, Hillsborough, Sarasota, well, not Sarasota, excuse me, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties. That basically means we expect that within about 36 hours. I think the best chance for hurricane force winds is going to be right along the immediate coast. So that's the good news. Now, we all have a storm surge warning for immediate coastal areas, and that includes in and around the Bay area, the mouth of the Bay, all the way up in towards Oldsmar as well, too. 4 to 7 is what the Hurricane Center is saying, but I think that might come down just a little bit. Now, here's the deal. Because it's already stronger, it will get even stronger than forecast earlier. So we're going 85 mile per hour winds. Well, hurricane this evening, 85 tomorrow morning, Cat 2, 105 by tomorrow afternoon as it's going by. Here's where we are. That's about 100, 120 miles out or so. Then Wednesday morning, it's landfall around 115 mile per hour winds. That would make it a major hurricane. Cat 3 or higher we consider major. This would be up towards, northwest of Chiefland, unfortunately right near Cedar Key. And they would get a ton of storm surge, and especially to the right of wherever the track goes, all right? Then it skirts by and goes up for the Carolinas and then kind of shoots out to sea. But it would be, tropical storm situation for the folks in the Carolinas. Now, the models. Starting to trend a little back to the left, to the west. That would be good news for the Tampa Bay area, and I think this should hold a little bit. So we're going to watch that trend. Now, if you see the forecast from the Hurricane Center, these are the winds. This is 10 o'clock Tuesday evening. We're just starting to get those 40-plus mile per hour winds in here. Then as we go through the overnight hours, tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, that's when most of this weather will come through here. There's the hurricane well offshore, right? Hurricane force winds only out to here, the red. Right, we could see some gusts along the coast, but most areas would see winds 40, 50 mile per hour with a little bit higher gust. The coastal sections, though, by about 4 or 5 in the morning on Wednesday, then you got the backside winds. I think that's when we'll get the highest wind. We'll start to get the highest storm surge at that particular time as well. Not only does it push it up against the coast, but it pushes it up into the bay as well. So even downtown Tampa with a little bit of a surge there. Now, this is 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, landfall right up near Cedar Key, maybe to the west of it. That's good news. It goes a little bit further away. Now, the problem with our forecast is if this turns to the right, gets closer to us, we're going to see more wind, more rain, more surge. The trend is going to the left, going away from us. That's good news. So hopefully that trend holds. And of course, we'll keep you updated for it. Right now, you can see it's about 4 to 7 foot surge for the Bay Area northward. Again, I think that would be probably a little bit on the high side. 3 to 5 would be better. But certainly it's Hernando and Citrus County. I think, man, Crystal River, we're going to have a really good storm surge there in that area. It could be 7, 8 feet of storm surge. Now, here's the forecast model. We'll go through this afternoon a few showers and storms. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, still good to get preps done, evacuations, that type of thing. But 2 to 3 o'clock, here come the outer rain bands. That will start a tornado threat at that particular time. So we could actually get a tornado watch for tomorrow afternoon. There's the storm on our in-house model, way offshore. This is 8 p.m. Tuesday. Winds are actually kind of parallel to the current. We call it a longshore current. And that would be a beach erosion, especially for the Suncoast, Sarasota, Manatee. Then midnight, they start turning parallel for Pinellas. And then right after that, look at the center. Highest winds are right here, but those are still high winds over here. But that's when we start to get the surge. This is 3, 4 in the morning, Wednesday morning. That is blowing water and wind right up into the bay, right up onto our beaches. So you start with some outer bands tomorrow afternoon with a small tornado threat. You then go with parallel winds along the coast and some heavy rain at times. Then you get into the overnight hours past midnight Wednesday, and you get into the storm surge issue. As it goes towards landfall, we'll still have some high winds, but they will be coming down after sunrise tomorrow morning. So things will be getting a little bit better as we go throughout the day on Wednesday. That's lunchtime on Wednesday. Few scattered showers and storms, and some of those will actually be heavy and training over the same area, but it'll be just kind of fast-moving tropical downpours more than anything else. This is just a forecast model, same model. Now I'm showing you the winds. 7 p.m. Tuesday, winds in the teens to near 20, gusts in the low 30s. As we get towards 11 p.m. Tuesday night, sustained winds in the mid-20s, gusts in the 30s to 40. As we go through overnight, midnight, this is technically 1 a.m. Wednesday morning, right? Sustained winds in the 30s, gusts to near 50, right along the immediate coast, much less inland. Look at Orlando, Sebring, winds in the 20s, gusts in the 40s, while it's blowing in the mid-30s and gusting in the 50s for Spring Hill. And then we have the landfall that's going to continue to push off towards the north and the east. Look at this, and this will change, but Horseshoe Beach, models forecasting 90-mile-per-hour winds with 110-mile-per-hour gusts. Stay tuned here at 10 Tampa Bay. We will keep you updated all the way through the storm.